Welcome to Book Jobs Daily, the show where local business owners find the money hiding in missed calls, slow follow-up, weak reviews, and messy systems. I'm Star Riley, and each day we break down one local revenue leak, one simple AI-powered fix, and one action you can use to book more jobs. Today, we are fixing one leak that could be costing you real money.
A homeowner calls about a leaking water heater. Your team is already booked, so you say, "We're booked until Friday." The homeowner pauses and says, "Okay, I'll keep looking." By Friday, the job is gone. Someone else got the call, the appointment, and the revenue. Nothing was wrong with your service. Your next step was missing.
Here's my position. "We're booked" is honest, but by itself, it is incomplete customer service. A full calendar should not be the end of the conversation. It should be the moment when you offer a clear bridge to what happens next.
Welcome to Booked Jobs Daily. I'm Star Riley, founder of MyUSALocal.com, and this is your daily show for local business growth, practical AI, and revenue systems that help turn missed leads into booked jobs. Every day, we look at one problem costing local businesses money. Then we break down a simple way to fix it.
Today's revenue leak is what happens when a customer wants your service, but your schedule has no immediate room. We're going to build what I call a capacity bridge, a simple response that gives the customer somewhere useful to go next.
A full calendar is good news. It means demand exists. Your reputation may be working, your marketing may be working, your team may be doing excellent work. But the customer does not see all of that when they hear a flat, "We're booked." They hear, "This company cannot help me." And customers keep searching when the next step is unclear. They may genuinely prefer your business. They may have read your reviews, looked at your work, and called you first. But if you cannot tell them when you can help, how you will contact them, or what they should do if the issue is urgent, they have to solve that uncertainty themselves. Usually they solve it by calling the next company. Not because they stopped liking you, because the next company answered the question you left open. Let's go back to that plumbing company. It is Monday morning. The technicians are assigned through Thursday. A homeowner calls about the leaking water heater. The office manager says, "Our next guaranteed opening is Friday." That part is fine. It is honest. But then the conversation stops. No one asks how urgent the leak is. No one asks whether Friday could work. No one records the customer's name or contact preference. No one promises to check for cancellations. So when a job opens on Wednesday, there is nobody to call. The business had demand. It just had no place to put that demand. Now change one part of the conversation. The manager says, "Our next confirmed opening is Friday. Before we decide what works, is this an emergency, or is the system still working but needs attention soon?" That question does two jobs. It shows care, and it prevents the team from offering a slow appointment to someone who needs help immediately. If Friday is safe and works for the customer, reserve it. If the customer needs an earlier opening, offer to check cancellations. If the situation cannot wait, provide a referral you trust. The company may not perform every job right away, but it remains useful. That matters. That is the capacity bridge. It connects a customer's current need to a realistic next action. Sometimes that action is a confirmed future appointment. Sometimes it is a priority list. Sometimes it is a thoughtful referral. The point is not to squeeze more work into an exhausted schedule. The point is to stop treating not yet like never. Start with a real future opening. Not maybe next week. Not we should have something soon. Give the customer the next appointment you can actually stand behind. We can complete that on Friday morning between 10 and noon. A specific day and time window make the decision much easier. Then offer a choice. I can reserve Friday for you now, or I can keep your request on our priority list and contact you if something opens sooner. Notice the difference. You are not begging the customer to wait. You are giving them control over the next step. But Friday is not always good enough. That is where the priority list earns its place. A useful waitlist promise has two ingredients, an owner and a time. I will review cancellations at 4 o'clock and text you before 5.
Or, our scheduling coordinator checks this list each morning, and we will update you by Wednesday.
If nobody is assigned to call, do not promise that somebody will call. Memory is not a follow-up system. It is a very optimistic storage device, and optimism is wonderful. It is just not a reliable scheduling coordinator. Ask one more question. If an opening becomes available, how much notice would you need to take it? A customer who can accept a same-day appointment belongs in a different place than someone who needs 48 hours to arrange access or adjust their schedule. That small detail keeps the list useful.
You may be thinking, I do not want a wait list full of people who never book. Fair, neither do I. Give every request a next review date, and give inactive requests an exit rule. If you have tried the agreed follow-up more than once and the customer does not respond, close the request politely. A small, current list is better than a giant digital attic.
And then there is the customer who cannot wait. Before referring them, understand the urgency and the type of work. Do not send someone away just because your calendar is full. But if the need is urgent and your team cannot respond responsibly, silence is not customer service. You could say, I want to be honest about our availability. We cannot get there quickly enough for what you described. I know a local provider who may have an earlier opening. I can share their information, and I can also keep your request here for later service if that helps. That is not dismissive. It is honest, useful, and respectful.
The same bridge works in a text message. Thanks for reaching out. Our next opening is Friday morning. Reply yes, and we will reserve it, or priority, and we will contact you if an earlier opening appears. Short, clear, easy to act on.
For email, try this. Thanks for contacting us about your service request. Our current schedule is full until Friday, but we have a confirmed appointment window available then. If your timing is flexible, reply with your preferred day and contact method. If this needs attention sooner, tell us, and we will explain the fastest available option.
One sincere acknowledgement is enough. I know waiting is frustrating. Here are the options. Then move forward. You do not need an apology marathon before giving useful information. The customer needs clarity more than a dramatic recital of how sorry everyone feels. Now, where does all this information go? Keep it simple. Start with 5 fields. Customer name, requested service, urgency or timing, preferred contact method, and next action date. That is enough to make the next contact useful.
You can add 2 small labels if your team will maintain them. Path, such as future opening, priority, or referral, and status, such as new, contacted, booked, referred, or closed. But do not build a beautiful tracker that nobody updates. The best system is the one that survives a busy Tuesday.
Every entry needs a next move. If you are checking cancellations, write down the date and the responsible person. If you are confirming Friday, schedule the confirmation. If you are sending a referral, mark it complete. A customer should never sit in the tracker with no action attached. AI can help with the busy work. It can summarize an incoming request, identify the service, draft a polite availability message, and remind the assigned team member when follow-up is due. But the business still has to decide what it can honestly promise. Automation can protect a promise. It cannot replace one. If the calendar is wrong, an automated message only delivers the wrong answer faster. Once a week, look at 4 numbers. How many customers were told immediate availability was not possible, which next path they chose, how many promised follow-ups happened on time, and how many eventually booked. That is enough to see whether demand is being preserved or quietly disappearing. You are looking for patterns, not perfection. Maybe Friday customers wait, but Saturday customers do not. Maybe one service has a long queue and needs clearer expectations. Maybe the team captures every request but misses the follow-up date. The tracker turns, "We are probably losing some work," into something you can improve. Keep these promises in front of the team. Never offer an opening that has not been confirmed. Never add someone to a priority list without a follow-up date. And never refer an urgent customer to a provider you would not confidently recommend to someone you know.
Here is the action I want you to take today. Write one response your team can use the next time the calendar is full. Our next confirmed opening is Friday. If that works, I can reserve it. If you need something sooner, I can place you on our priority list and check for cancellations at 4 o'clock. Which option fits your timing?
Then choose where the request will be recorded. A shared spreadsheet is fine. A scheduling tool is fine. An inbox label can work. The important part is that the information is visible to the person responsible for the next action. Test it with the next customer who cannot be scheduled immediately. Do not wait for a perfect system.
A full calendar should communicate demand and confidence, not rejection. When a customer receives a real date, a real priority process, or a real referral, they have a reason to stay connected to your business. You may not win every immediate job, but you stop losing every future possibility.
So the next time someone asks for an appointment and your schedule is full, do not stop at "we're booked." Ask about urgency. Give a confirmed future opening when you have one. Offer a priority process with an owner and a date. And when the customer cannot wait, make a thoughtful referral. That is your capacity bridge.
Before you go, ask yourself one question. How many leads has your business missed this week? Missed calls? Unanswered messages? Old estimates? Customers who never got a follow-up? And customers who heard "we're booked" with no next step? That is hidden revenue. And that is exactly what we help you find. If you want the phone, text, and email versions of this capacity bridge, join the Booked Jobs Daily email list. You will get practical scripts and simple workflows you can use with the leads you already have. And if you want help finding the other leaks in your business, book your AI opportunity audit today. We will uncover the gaps, show you the systems, and help you turn missed opportunities into booked jobs. I'm Star Riley. Thanks for listening to Booked Jobs Daily.